We're going to support the Gomez family. Sergio, of course, was recently detained by ICE.
Right now on Apple Valley News Now, live at 5.
An eat-in is happening tomorrow for a local man who owns Hibachi Explosion, but has been detained by ICE.
We noticed some debris coming off the hill.
Plus, concerns about movement on Rattlesnake Ridge just east of Yakima. We're following the newest developments here.
Then the mayor of Pasco announces he will run for re-election.
And Stacy is here with your first alert forecast.
That's right. Happy Cinco de Mayo. Beautiful day. Have a taco and a margarita. Stick around. I'll have all the details on your weather forecast. The news at 5 starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 5 on your side.
Good to see you in this new week. Thank you for being here. I'm Austin Reed.
And I'm Wendy Redman. It is May the 5th.
All right, first at 5. After 42-year-old Sergio Gomez was taken by ICE during an interview regarding his pending immigration application in April, community members now will be gathering for the local small business owner tomorrow. Along with his wife, Gabrielle, they operate the food truck Hibachi Explosion in Kennewick, which will be the location of that community eat-in hosted by Indivisible Tri-Cities. It's an event to show solidarity and support for what they say is a system that devalues the people who make communities thrive.
You know, he has been here in our community for years. They started a business together. They've worked in the community. They've been married for years. They have children. They have a family here. Us go back on our promise as a country to say, no, even though you're following the rules, that's not the right thing. The goal of Indivisible is to support our local community. Big mission is to defend democracy.
They believe the family represents the best of who we are, and they are inviting the public to attend at 7425 West Clearwater Avenue from 5 to 7 p.m. tomorrow night, saying they are standing up for fairness and dignity.
An update tonight on the ongoing monitoring of the landslide on Rattlesnake Ridge just east of Yakima. This coming from the Yakima Valley Office of Emergency Management.
While there is no immediate threat to Interstate 82 or homes and the Yakima River, recent observations indicate new landslide activity on the west flank of the existing slide area. Last Sunday, it was observed that a debris slide measuring 400 feet tall and 300 feet wide blocked a portion of the closed section of Thorpe Road. The larger landslide on the top of the hill has been crushing the rock into smaller pieces, which have been slowly sliding and rolling downhill to the base.
Yakima County Sheriff's Office went out to investigate. They contacted my office. I went out there. And it looks like we have some slide. It came down on the Thorpe Road, which is closed, been closed since the slide started. And not a lot, but enough to cover partial across the road. No threat to I-82 or any of the homes in that area.
This week, an inspection was done by county and WashDOT engineers. The initial landslide on Rattlesnake Ridge was identified in October 2017, prompting Yakima County to close Thorpe Road adjacent to the area.
New details tonight after a fiery crash in Yakima claimed the life of a young man and left 3 others injured. Yakima police say early yesterday morning they responded to a crash near River Road and Fruitvale Boulevard. When they got there, they say they found a car on its roof and on fire. Officials tell us 4 20-year-old men were inside. Sadly, they say one passed away at the scene. The driver was taken to Seattle with critical burns. The other 2 also taken to the hospital, one with serious back injuries. Police believe the car was going pretty fast, lost control around a curve, left the road, rolled multiple times before coming to a rest on its roof, where it immediately caught fire.
The Bureau of Reclamation's May 2025 total water supply available forecast for the Yakima Basin indicates the water supply will not fully meet irrigation demands this season. So
here's the early estimate of the total water supply available for May through September. It shows senior water rights will receive 100% full entitlements, but junior water rights will receive 51% of their full entitlements. Officials say the May forecast is based on flow overflows, precipitation, snowpack, and reservoir storage as of May 1st.
We saw some moisture over the weekend, but today has been great. The question now, will it continue?
Ooh, I kind of hope so. It's been very beautiful today and a nice breeze out there too. Stacy, let's send it over to you for a quick look.
Well, if you like today, you're going to love tomorrow because those breezes are going to die down. It's absolutely gorgeous. As you can see, clear skies in Yakima right now, 74 degrees, those winds at 6 miles per hour, and they're going to be decreasing as the evening goes. Right now, we're under an Omega block around the United States. That's 2 low pressure systems followed by a middle high pressure there. So we have upper level temperatures here, cooler, unstable, and we kind of land up here where we're going to have that warmer weather, but not a lot of activity weather-wise going through. Temperatures looking great outside, 60s and 70s. It's been a lovely day, albeit a little bit breezy, and we still are seeing some gusty winds here in the Columbia Basin, foothills of the Blues, a little bit less in Ellensburg and Yakima for a change tonight. Your temperatures and your nighttime planner, 70s dropping into the 60s and the 50s by later this evening, that is. So got to get my dancing cactus in there. Happy Cinco de Mayo. Clear and mild tonight, gusty winds decreasing. As I said, a beautiful day on tap tomorrow. Things change on Wednesday, and then we'll see a cool down on Thursday, just briefly. I'll break it all down coming up for you. Austin, Wendy.
Stacy, thank you. New tonight, a local firefighter out rescuing people needed to be rescued himself. It happened this afternoon on the Yakima River at a dam. Officials say Benton County Fire Districts 2 and 4 successfully rescued 2 kayakers caught in the dam's undercurrent. But during that rescue, the fireboat became trapped in the current. The Benton County Sheriff's Office deployed its jet boat to help rescue the firefighter stranded on the boat. Tonight, officials say everyone is safe.
In Pasco, the mayor says he's not hanging up his hat just yet. He just announced his re-election campaign. Mayor Pete Serrano says he wants to stay on board as the city works to solidify its next city manager and as other new leadership roles step in, like the planning department and the new director of economic development. Mayor Serrano also says he wants to continue to be a part of the growth of the city.
Of course, we have the Broadmoor development. We have, the water park coming in. We have all the other development that's happening throughout the city. So it's just, there's a lot of stuff that's kind of a delicate balance. And I felt like the continuity from the council, including myself, was really helpful.
Serrano became the mayor in 2024, and before that, he was a council member since 2018. If not reelected, his term would be up at the end of the year. So far, no one has announced a run against him. Also in Pasco, continuing the hot streak and announcing their reelection campaigns, another familiar name is expected to appear on the ballots. Melissa Blaisdell, council member for District 6 in Pasco, announced she is also throwing her name in the hat for reelection. Blaisdell started her term on October 2nd of 2023, and if not reelected, her term is up at the end of the year. She says public safety is one of the things she wants to tackle in making sure that Pasco Fire and EMS, along with the police department, have the tools they need to succeed. She also tells us she was born and raised in the city of Pasco and wants to be able to make a difference in the generations to come, to be able to give back to her Bulldog roots.
Just to give back to the community and serve and do the right thing so every citizen in Pasco can enjoy raising their family and to have a great place to live.
Blaisdell is currently a part of the Pasco PD's Citizens Academy, and that's her way of being involved with the community to know what the community needs when it comes to safety.
Tonight at the City of Pasco's regular council meeting, the city is trying to establish some ground rules on unlicensed mobile food, produce, and merchandise vendors setting up shop on corners of busy intersections like Road 68. The city attorney's office, along with the Pasco Police Department and the city's Code Enforcement Division, will explain the legal authority as well as potential options for enforcement. That meeting is set to start at 7 tonight. Well, Kennewick's skyline and surrounding areas aren't the only thing rising. A new fire station, new development, and new fees are all in the pipeline, especially in the rapidly growing Southridge neighborhood. If you have driven through Southridge lately, you've probably noticed the cranes, construction crews, and plenty of coming soon signs. But also coming soon, a brand new fire station and some new fees that developers are being asked to pay up for. The Kennewick City Council just approved a new fee structure to help fund fire services, with thousands of new homes and over 1 million square feet of commercial space expected in the next 20 years.
We are leading the way in the Tri-Cities with what we do with our city and how we do things and the quick turnaround time. And yet we are still some of the least expensive.
But not everyone is sold. The fees aren't small. One care facility could owe hundreds of thousands of bucks. The vote passed, but just barely, and city leaders say the numbers could change again in the future. Station 6 is expected to open in 2027, right as call volume is projected to climb.
In northern Oregon, with summer right around the corner, Milton Freewater Rural Fire Department and EMS is now asking residents if they are covered with a rural fire contract. If not, they're asking you to call this number here, 541-938-7146, and they want you to do that as soon as possible. This is a subscription-based agreement that provides services to rural property owners. Without a contract, the cost of services can be much higher. Firefighters say the support is appreciated and needed.
Apple Valley News Now live at 5 is just getting started on this Monday. Coming up, Senator Murray is on a mission to defend ports.
Also ahead and in sports.
You know, anytime you can do that, I think you're putting yourself and the team in a lot better position, and that's what these guys have continued to do since spring training.
The Seattle Mariners are hot. We're checking in.
And as we leave you to break, here's a live picture from Richland. What a beautiful day today, right? Stacy's up next with your full First Alert weather forecast.
What does it mean to be here for good? It means being here for the artists who dream, the shop owner who knows your order by heart, and the mentors who leave a lasting impact. Here for singing Take Me Out to the Ball Game and big comeback stories. Here for the long haul from Omak to Sandpoint to Baker City. Here for your family, your neighbors, for you. STCU. Here for good.
I felt like there was just no answers to get out of the anxiety and the depression that I had.
I was suicidal all the time, thinking about it nonstop, every day, every moment.
Depression and anxiety rob millions of us of our day-to-day lives, but nothing seems to pull you out of it. Introducing Neurostim TMS, Washington's leading provider of transcranial magnetic stimulation, or TMS therapy. At Neurostim TMS, we treat the root of the problem with a series of short daily treatments. Using a non-invasive magnetic field, TMS activates the natural function of the brain's neurotransmitters to improve mood and regulate emotion. TMS is not shock therapy. It's an FDA-approved, easy outpatient experience and covered by all major medical insurances.
There's nothing better than just being able to enjoy life again.
The treatment just completely, fundamentally changed my life.
Visit neurostimtms.com today or call to schedule your free consultation at any of our 12 Washington state locations.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now through June 30th, receive rebates up to $4,500 off on a new Daikin Fit system when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air.
All right, everybody. I know it's easy to forget things, but we don't want you to miss this new deal from US Cellular. Save big with our best price ever. Just $15 a line when you get 4 lines.
Ooh, I can save enough to buy a gift for my understanding wife.
Sorry, I'm late. Ooh, that's a great deal. I have a facial. This was fun.
Oh, come on. You have flowers? Save big with our best price ever. Just $15 a line when you get 4 lines. US Cellular, built for us.
Hell's Canyon and the Snake River. Fly the Northwest, Tuesday at 6.
You're watching Apple Valley News Now live at 5. Welcome back. Senator Patty Murray, along with Senator Ron Wyden in Oregon and Alex Padilla from California, recently held a virtual call highlighting what they believe are the consequences and domino effect of Trump's tariffs.
Well, since April 2nd, they believe container ships heading to U.S. ports have dramatically slowed down. They say that will lead to supply shortages, price hikes, and even layoffs. Senator Patty Murray calls it a mass extinction event for small businesses.
Fewer ships from across the Pacific means less cargo at our ports. Less cargo at our ports means less goods for our truckers to transport. And that ultimately means bare shelves for our retailers and the American consumer.
Ryan Callens, the Port of Seattle commissioner, says that ports benefit from the expansion of global trade and that they are anxious to get back to global growth.
He said the port is a major agriculture exporter, and when imports are frozen, it means there isn't an opportunity to export those agricultural goods. So farmers aren't able to reach their markets. The Trump administration says tariffs will boost American manufacturing and end unfair trade practices. A trampoline incident left one 16-year-old boy from Richland with injuries that could prevent him from walking again. David Sample was doing a backflip on his trampoline when he didn't complete the rotation and landed on his neck. The injury has left him paralyzed from the waist down. We spoke with his father, Ray Sample, about this life-changing incident and the GoFundMe he started, which will go toward finding ways for David to enjoy life while making his recovery process as easy as possible. Sample acknowledges that he felt shock, grief, and immediate denial when the accident happened, but his son has been keeping his spirits up.
I mean, one of the hardest things, I think, is going through the realization that life won't be the same and hoping that his friends will still want to include him in the things that they've included him in the past. And so, you know, there's been that kind of struggle with that. But even through that, he's that positive, like, hey, I'm going to make the most of life, and this isn't going to change who I am. It's just going to be part of my journey.
Wow, very strong words. Sample says there are indications that his son could walk again and stresses to other parents you can't stop living life and you can't live in fear, saying he will not take the trampoline away. You can find the link for the GoFundMe by visiting AppleValleyNewsNow.com and on Facebook at Prayers for David.
Time for sports. The Seattle Mariners are turning up the heat early, and if this pace keeps up, they might just set the whole American League on fire. Injuries? No problem. The M's have shrugged off a battered rotation and banged up outfield and still managed to post the best record in the bigs over the last 21 games, going a blistering 16-5. And leading the charge, catcher Cal Raleigh, who is proving why the front office handed him a fat paycheck this offseason. First-year skipper Dan Wilson says the secret isn't just power, it's precision and hustle.
Getting himself into scoring position, you know, it's wanting to get 90 feet more or 90 feet closer to home. So, you know, anytime you can do that, I think you're putting yourself and the team in a lot better position, and that's what these guys have continued to do since spring training.
Seattle did drop the finale to Texas, but here's the real headline. They've now tied a franchise record by winning 8 straight series. Next stop, Sacramento, yes, Sacktown, where they'll take on the red-hot second-place Athletics tonight.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And an absolutely gorgeous Monday, Cinco de Mayo. I was out by the Columbia River earlier today. Look at those skies, nice and clear, a few clouds, but very, very nice. 73 degrees. Our humidity very low, just at 19%. We've had some breezy winds, sustained 6. We're seeing gusts 15 or so miles per hour. Ridge of high pressure sitting on top of us. That's going to keep us warm and dry, and even warmer tomorrow. An unusual pattern has set up across the U.S., and it's going to start breaking down tomorrow, but it's an omega pattern. So you've got a ridge of strong high pressure. You see right there above Omaha. surrounded by 2 troughs of low pressure. So that means unstable weather here in these areas, and nice and hot and sunny there. And then we're on the other side of that, also nice, warm and hot through the region. Here's that unsettled weather again on the other side of that low, and then you see it here around the Great Lakes. So that's the weather pattern going into tomorrow. That's going to start breaking down. We have had some breezy winds this afternoon. We're going to start to see those winds decrease overnight, 8, 9 o'clock or so. Things will be pretty mild and calm throughout the evening. So lovely weather tonight. We will see a brief pickup in those winds tomorrow morning, but they're not going to last. So nice little breeze. Tomorrow's going to be excellent. Great day to be outside. Let's talk about Wednesday, though. Wednesday afternoon and evening into Thursday, we see a little shift, and we will see some gusty winds picking up once again for the Yakima and Kittitas Valleys, Columbia Basin. We're talking gusts 30 to 35, up towards Yakima 40 to 45, and even up to 50 miles an hour in the Kittitas Valley. So just a brief bit there with a small little system moving in on Thursday. More than likely, we'll see some showers in the mountains. Tonight, though, pretty nice all around the area. Most of us down in the 40s, some of us in the upper 30s. So good temperatures out there. And again, those winds calming down. It's going to be a beautiful night. Temperature-wise, we're going to see a trend of 78 tomorrow, popping up to 82 Wednesday. A quick little drop down again, and then back up as we head into the weekend. We start getting a little unsettled, and it kind of depends on a weather system brewing on Mother's Day out on the coast. If it moves in, we could see some changes in this future forecasting. However, if it stays off the coast, we'll see lovely weather for the next several days as well. Here's your day planner for tomorrow. Look for those 40s, close to 50 in most of our areas to start the day. Lunchtime, you'll be hitting close to 70, and in the afternoon, temperatures, some of us getting close to 80, like the Tri-Cities. But again, we'll see those breezy winds the next couple of days. This is where we have that little transition right into the weekend. Starts off nice. This is a little bit of a question mark. Mother's Day breezy, but we'll keep an eye on that as we get a little bit closer. In Yakima, we'll see those 70s and 80s, kind of that, temperature roller coaster like we're seeing. A little bit breezy, but 81 on Mother's Day, not bad. You can still plan a lovely day with Mom. Here's what it looks like in Ellensburg. A little drop into the 60s on Thursday, back to 80 degrees on Saturday. And in Walla Walla, weather looking good there as well. A little bit breezy for your Wednesday. As we get into your Mother's Day, things cool down. And then Monday, we're watching a little system developing Mother's Day or into Monday. And here's what it looks like in Hermiston. Nice weather there as well. Looking good, guys. I'm enjoying this weather. A little bit of a, remember I said hitching our giddy up on Saturday? It was a little stormy, kind of we did a lazy day, and then Sunday was just beautiful.
But no big deal, right?
No biggie.
No. Beautiful weather. Almost 10 out of 10.
There you go.
Thanks, Stacey. We'll be right back.
Judy Justice.
And I'm just getting started.
Weekdays at 4 on Apple Valley News Now.
Yakima Federal Savings and Loan was founded in 1905 and has kept your money safe and sound for 120 years. Your deposits at YakFed help people buy homes and build strong communities. We believe in giving back, proudly supporting local events and organizations that make a difference where we all live and work. With 10 local branch locations, we're committed to our communities and keeping your money secure. Experience the difference. Call, click, or come by and make the switch today.
When it comes to legal matters, you need someone you can trust. At Morphine Law Firm, we are sincerely grateful for the last 5 years of trust and support you've given our firm. Your trust and support have been a major driving force behind our mission for justice. We offer free consultations, and we may not always tell you what you want to hear, but we try to steer you in the right direction. We appreciate your continued trust and confidence in Morphine Law Firm.
The magic continues when Alice steps into the $185,000 prize land at Wild Horse Resort and Casino. Join in the madness with $16,000 in cash and prizes every Friday and Saturday, and a chance to multiply your prize up to $4,000 cash. Rack up entries with a multiplier on Mondays, and hurry, don't be late for a very important grand prize day. May 31st, 4 winners and someone wins $20,000 cash. Wild Horse Resort and Casino. Celebrate 3 decades of fun.
with Steel Battery. Power up with free extra battery deals on select Steel tools. Shop in-store and online.
It's employee pricing with the Ford crew.
Employee pricing across a full lineup.
Fun fact, Hank, Ford assembles the most vehicles in the country.
Another fun fact, everyone pays what we pay.
So, you get employee pricing. You get employee pricing. You get employee pricing.
Stem.
Yeah?
Everyone gets employee pricing.
You get employee pricing.
Now get employee pricing available across a full lineup of Ford trucks and SUVs. Employee pricing, you pay what we pay. Only from your local Ford dealer.
The White Card, a powerful resource for former Hanford and DOE employees. If you worked in the area and have come down with cancer, lung disease, Parkinson's, or renal failure, you may be eligible for financial compensation and healthcare services. A simple phone call can get the process started. Atomic Home Health. Don't wait. Call today.
Time for the Spotlight at 5. Tonight it comes from Apple Valley News Now viewer Amber Wade. She has nominated her neighbor Becky, who moved to the Tri-Cities in the 60s. Since then, Amber says she's been a steady, caring presence. She supported local kids by donating 3 large bags of stuffed animals. She also helps veterans in need. Amber tells me she even feeds stray cats and has turned in lots of kittens to make sure they're cared for. Becky will be moving later this month to the East Coast, so Amber wanted to thank her for being a good neighbor. Have an idea for the Spotlight? Send me an email. We'll be right back.
Operation Best Friend, sponsored by As You Wish Real Estate Services, Christine Connolly, Realtor.
One of the hottest names in country, Joe Nichols, live in concert, July 27th, 8 p.m., Legends Event Center. On sale now at Ticketmaster.com and Legends Gift Shop. Joe Nichols, live.
We think three-pointers should be called triple play.
And we brought in a basketball expert to support us.
Just former college and pro star Rob Sacre. So, Rob, what do we call, one of these?
Triple play. You know, shooting triple plays wasn't exactly my specialty.
Well, outside shooters are well outside our budget.
Triple Play has fun attractions for everyone, including go-karts, mini golf, and many more, all attached to a cozy hotel.
Rob, how did you score?
At Shriners Children's, we're home to the world's leading pediatric orthopedic care. Because so many life-changing advancements start here. We provide access to the best doctors and never allow your ability to pay for services to compromise the care your child needs. We're the first place to turn for the most common or complex orthopedic conditions. Home to possibility and empowering kids to achieve the extraordinary. Shriners Children's, the most amazing care anywhere.
Looking for a trusted professional to guide you through your real estate endeavors? Carrie Lundgren with River Realty is ready to guide you through the process. As a lifelong Tri-Cities resident with 35 years real estate experience, she has the knowledge, dedication, and enthusiasm to make your real estate dreams come true. Whether you are buying your first home, moving up or scaling back, or looking for an investment, she has got you covered. Call Carrie today at 509-948-0580 and start making your dreams a reality.
Looking to explore the beauty of this great nation? Then you'll need a reliable and comfortable RV. There's always RV shows. But have you thought about the crowds, the long lines, the high admission fees? Is it really worth it? At Broadmoor RV, we're here to help you save some dough and skip the show. With our top-notch customer service and on-site financing options, it's easy to get the RV of your dreams. Come to Broadmoor and get the best deals and service around snake find the perfect RV for your adventures.
This is my heaven. A flight over one of America's great rivers.
Snake River has a lot to offer.
And into Hell's Canyon.
It's a half a mile deeper than the Grand Canyon.
Fly the Northwest.
It's just a gorgeous place to be.
Apple Valley News Now at 6 Tuesday.
Next extra, the extra interview that went viral.
Stop, you're annoying me, stop.
Hilaria Baldwin sets the record straight about shushing Alec.
He says to me, the internet's really mad at you right now.
Next extra.
Tonight at 7:30 on Apple Valley News Now.
And welcome back. Come take a look at your screen, your reason to smile. Look at that. It looks like a postcard. Good job, Bernie, for sending this beautiful photo in. the Rattlesnake and Yakima River Friday evening with a beautiful sunset. It's all sponsored by Lifetime Dental. QR code on the top of your screen. That's how you get your photo on, or you can just go to our website, AppleValleyNewsNow.com. Love to see those weather photos. Keep up coming back.
Yeah, that is gorgeous. I agree. It does look like a postcard.
Looks like a, I was like, whoa. Okay, good job, Birdie.
Yeah, love it. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us here and watching the news at 5.
We're back at 6, hoping your news is good news.
Have a great night.